Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Elin Rosmayati, and my partner is
Muhammad Davin Sabian.
So we are from PBI 2022A. We are going to present our mini research result. So we already held a mini research by two of us, and I'm as the second speaker and my partner Davin Sabian as the first speaker. So without further ado, Davin Sabian, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Elin, for your opening. And just like to the PowerPoint, we will explain about a sociolinguistics study of intentional lexical distortion among Gen Z in digital communication. For the first slide here, for the introduction next, language never stays, still it keeps in changing because of social, cultural, and technological influence. Today, TikTok plays a huge role in how words and trends spread fast. Among Indonesian Gen Z, Taipong among or we call as a slip tongue is a special trend where they are change words on purpose to sound funny, different, or show group identity. What once was a simple slip of the tongue now becomes a way to play with the language creatively. Examples like ujang kedu, or is the right word is udang keju, benul or betul, it is right, or maaf maaf, the right word is maaf mas, or the sorry sir, are proof on how Gen Z makes a language on their own. It looks like Gen Z made language creatively by their own language. For example, like there, the three example here, and then for the next, Elin next, for the next here, there are theoretical framework that we are used for this mini research. This study use several theories to help explain why Gen Z distort words intentionally, how it spread, and what this word means for their social identity. For first here, labels 1972, language variation at heaven because of social factors like age, community, and cultural context. For the second here, across 2000, communities or practice show how groups develop unique ways of speaking to feel connected. For the third here, Charles and Hall, 2005, language is a tool people use, perform, and negotiate their identity. GLL framework, Lee and Young, 2020, digital space like TikTok help people learn, share, and reshape language together through social interaction. There are references that we are used for Gemini research that we found on Gen Z communication or Gen Z language. Next, Elin. For the next here, the research question. We found that the research question for the first here, what are the linguistic patterns, strategies, and determination process of intentional lexical distortions or typongomong by Generation Z on TikTok, and how do they spread across digital platforms and into offline interaction in Indonesian context? For the second here, how do this lexical distortion function sociolinguistically to foster humor, group solidarity, and resistance to conventional language norms? And what is their role in constructing and performing Generation Z identity in digital and real-world context? Next. For the research objectives here, we found that this objective describe what the researcher aim to achieve by analyzing typo ngomong as a unique part of Gen Z communication style. For the point one first here, comprehensively explore intentional lexical distortion among Gen Z in digital communication, focusing on TikTok. Not just TikTok, we are focusing on social media, for example, like WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok, but most of Taipong Ngomong or Slip Tongue it is we found on TikTok because there are many people use Taipong Ngomong or Slip Tongue here as a trend that goes to viral, especially on comment section. They are always typing the what the taipongomong there or the slip tongue. And then for the next point or second point, here are the identity and analyze the linguistic strategies and pattern use. We identify and analyze the linguistic strategy, how the pattern use or the strategies that they are used for the taipongomong here. And then for the third point, trace the origins, spread out, and how this distortion become part of a daily language. For the fourth, here explain the sociolinguistic functions like humor, group bonding, or restricting standard norms. Understand how these playful distortions help build and so generational identity. This use as a humor as a trend that goes viral, like they are used to pengomong as a humor or a joke that not even real. But in the video, we found that is accidentally happen because they are have a slip tongue and type ngomong that not just humor, but they are also group bonding. People get around in the comment section, or even they are going to non private message, and they are to understand how this playful distortion help build and show the identity of Gen Z, how they are using language as a creatively adding the humor into the language, and then they are show the Gen Z or generational identity. And then next for the methodology, this study used a clear method to show where the data come from, how it analyzed, and why TikTok is as a central focus. This research uses a qualitative descriptive approach, which is the data comes from a selected group viral on TikTok videos known for popularizing certain distortions. The analysis includes audio, caption, visual elements, memes, and how users respond to comments and share. The researcher also follow this words move follow this word move to Instagram, WhatsApp, and Twitter, showing how the phenomenon process platform to see if the word used offline informal interview, Indonesian Gen Z provide a real life context. The study apply discourse analysis based on the sociolinguistic frameworks and the Al theory. For the methodology here, as on the presentation here, we use qualitative descriptive approach, and data from came from a selected video that we are that they are combining the clip of the slip tongue and then that go viral. We are analyzing video such as audio, caption, visual element, and memes, how user respond to the comment section. But in this occasion, the Gen Z use not for daily communication, but just a humor when they are making a joke with friend or seeing the video goes viral that uses the slip of tongue or typo ngomong. I think that's all from me. The next slide will be explained by my partner Elin Rosmayati. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you for Davin has already explained the slides before. So this is my chance to continue the explanation. So the slide here discuss about findings overview. So there are four keys findings. For the first is patterns of lexical distortion. Uh, it is like what is the type of tipo ngomong or the slip of tongue that we are found. And the second one is dissemination and normalization. It means that how the slip of tongue or tipo ngomong normalized by people in the TikTok or the real world situation. And for the third one is sociolinguistic functions, and then the fourth one is implication of generational identity. So next slide is about patterns of lexical distortion. Tipo ngomong has unique patterns that show Gen Z's creativity in playing with language. Like my partner already said before, this tipo ngomong that found in TikTok or in social media like WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, it is show the creativity by Gen Z and has a lot of types or patterns in it. Okay, so for the first types is syllable inversion. The example is ujang kedu. It should be udang keju, but Gen Z invert the syllable into ujang kedu and tunggu kiris. It should be tinggi kurus, but the Gen Z normalized the tunggu kiris. And then the second one is phonetic alteration. Benul, it should be betul, and rudigong, it should be rugidong. And the third one is phonerism. For the example is ramblang, it should be remblong, but Gen Z in comment section and in TikTok and the social media normalized by Rombeng. It sounds funny, but and the next one is juk jerus. It should be jus jeruk. And then the next one is stutter mimicry. For the example is maas maaf. Maas maaf. It should be maaf mas, but uh, we normalize and use maas maaf in daily life, like my partner Davin Sabian always use in class when we are uh, do some jokes in our community or our class. And then the second one is yang beneng dor. It should be yang bener dong. And the next one is baby talk or affectionate shift. For the example is ubu ungi. It should be ubi ungu. And then the next one is yang kuas put. It should be yang kuat pus. So for the yang kuas put, the context is the people talk to the cat, which is in Indonesia we call it pus, empus. So the people talking with a cat, and like yang kuat pus, it should be yang kuat pus, but the people talk yang kuaspot and we normalize and make it into jokes. And then the last one is phrasal distortion. For the example, it's quite funny. I'm sorry. Gimana sih caranya? It should be gimana sih kak caranya, but we really normalize and use it in daily lives, especially us in class when we make jokes and use gimana sih caranya. Okay, so this is the findings that from patterns of lexical distortion or the types of lexical distortion or typo ngomong that we found in daily life and social media section. Next. Okay, this is about dissemination and normalization. It means that how the typo ngomong that normalize in our daily life and use it within our everyday situation. They show how typo ngomong spreads so quickly from TikTok to other places, whether online or offline. TikTok is the main place where these words are created and become viral because of its algorithm and features like stitches and duets. Comment section help repeat and remix That's word they stick. Users tag this distortion to other platforms, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Twitter. So for this phenomenon, uh, found in TikTok first, but because it spread quickly, so for the viewers, usually used in other platforms, for example, WhatsApp, Twitter, or Instagram. So it is spread out very quickly in other platforms and use it also in a real life situation. Through memes, stickers, and hashtags, importantly, interviews that word are not just online jokes. Gen Z actually uses them in daily chats with friends, proving how digital talk moves into real life. So, in this dissemination and normalization, really spread quickly, and uh, the digital platforms has a big role when this phenomenon spreads and being normalization. Next, this is the sociolinguistics function. Taipangamong is not just playful, it has real social function that strengthen Genji bonds and sense of belonging. For the first one is build group identity and in-group solidarity. Of course, when because the video comes from Gen Z, so and it spreads out by Gen Z also. When this phenomenon spreads and uses in daily life, so uh, the people around them know that the phenomenons come from Gen Z. So it really is related to group identity and group solidarity. For the second one is makes conversation funny, light, and relatable. Of course, like I said before, and my partner already delivered that this phenomenon commonly used when we made a jokes and make the conversations more funny and really make the conversation light. For the second one is pushes back against standard or proper language rules, like in the material that Mr. Ronnie, our lecturer in linguistics, a sociolinguistic course, already delivered that language has policy, and this phenomenon really break the policies of language because uh, it break the rules of language. For example, ujang kedu, it should be udang keju. It breaks a rules of language policies. And the next one is adds special shades of meaning, sarcasm, affection, or irony. And the last one is creates an insider code that not everyone understand. Of course, when uh, the people who doesn't use social media like our parents or our grandparents, uh, we use this phenomenon to make a jokes with them, and I really believe that not all of them understand about this phenomenon because not all of the people use the social media. The next one is implication for Gen Z identity. Of course, this phenomenon has a beneficial or implication, especially for Gen Z, because this phenomenon comes from Gen Z. The use of Taipangamong says a lot about how Gen Z see themselves as different from other generations. It is a marker of creativity and shows how they value humor and authenticity over former roles. Using TikTok's multimodal tools, sound effects, visuals, and captions make this distortion even more meaningful because the same words are used both online and in real conversation. They bridge the digital and real world. This reflects Gen Z's linguistic agency. They shape and spread new ways of speaking on their own terms. Okay, we already here in conclusion slide. So to conclude this mini research, the the conclusion ties everything together, showing why Tipongamong is important for language studies today. Tipongamong is not random; it is a clear example of how Gen Z intentionally twists language to express humor, build closeness, and resist strict norms. TikTok is key for making these trends grow fast. This phenomenon shows that digital culture and real life language use are now more connected than ever. So, that's all for our explanation about our result of mini research. Uh, we are sorry for our mistake we made and thank you for your nice attention. See you in other changes. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.